Hello, said Luna, vaguely glancing around at him as she stepped back from the notice. How come you're not at the feast? Harry asked. Well, I've lost most of my possessions, said Luna. People take them and hide them, you know. But as it's the last night, I really do need them back, so I've been putting up signs. She gestured towards the notice board upon which, sure enough, she had pinned a list of all her missing books and clothes with a plea for their return. An odd feeling rose in Harry, an emotion quite different from the anger and grief that had filled him since Sirius's death. It was a few moments before he realised that he was feeling sorry for Luna. How come people hide your stuff? He asked her. Oh, well, she shrugged. I think that they think I'm a bit odd, you know. Some people call me Loony Lovegood, actually. Harry looked at her, and the new feeling of pity intensified, rather painfully. That's no reason for them to take your things, he said flatly. Do you want help finding them? Oh no, she said, smiling at him. They'll come back, they always do in the end. It was just that I wanted to pack tonight. Anyway, why are you not at the feast? Harry shrugged. Just didn't feel like it. No, said Luna, observing him with those oddly misty eyes. I don't suppose you do. That man the Death Eaters killed was your godfather, wasn't he? Ginny told me. Harry nodded, but found that for some reason he did not mind Luna talking about Sirius. Have you, he began. I mean, who? Has anyone you know ever died? Yes, said Luna simply. My mother. She was quite an extraordinary witch, you know. But she did like to experiment, and one of her spells went rather badly wrong one day. I was 9. I'm sorry, Harry mumbled. Yes, it was rather horrible, said Luna. I still feel very sad about it sometimes, but I've still got Dad, and anyway, it's not as though I'll never see my mum again, is it? Isn't it? Said Harry. She shook her head in disbelief. Oh, come on, you heard them just behind the veil, didn't you? You mean, in that room with the archway, they were just lurking out of sight, that's all. You heard them. They looked at each other. Luna was smiling slightly. Harry did not know what to say or to think. Luna believed in so many extraordinary things, yet he had been sure he had heard voices behind the veil too. Are you sure you don't want me to help you look for your stuff? He said. Oh no, said Luna. No, I think I'll just go down and have some pudding and wait for it all to turn up. It always does in the end. Well, have a nice holiday, Harry. Yeah, you too. She walked away from him, and as he watched her go, he found that the terrible weight in his stomach seemed to have lessened slightly.